Trezor is bringing their biggest announcement to date at this event, and we are going to cover every single bit with you. We're going to show the behind the scenes, we're going to show the product, we're going to show you the changes, we're going to show you the release, and we're going to talk about why it might be the wallet for you. So come along, let's go have a look. We're here at Trustless by Design with Trezor. Let's see what Trustless by Design really means. Trezor have just announced the Trezor Safe 7. It's got the very first quantum-ready chip, which is fully auditable and ready to be checked and used by any hardware wallet developer. This is probably a really crucial step in hardware wallet security. This is the first time a chip in a hardware wallet can be fully tested and verified and audited to make sure your assets are as secure as they can be. And remember, don't trust, verify. So now let's talk a little bit more about how it's made. So one thing to note about the Trezor Safe 7 is it's made from one entire piece of aluminium. So what that focuses on is like strength and integrity. So a lot of car manufacturers will do this. They'll build the entire shape of the car to ensure the structure and stability of the car. So that's exactly what they've done with the Trezor Safe 7 as well. So you've got one kind of shell of aluminum to really keep it strong and integral. And you can see it here. I mean, it kind of goes from this stage of like a block of aluminium to this kind of entire shape. So it's pretty cool stuff. So this is it. We've got the Trezor Safe 7 in my hand right now. What I can see is it's very sleek. It's a very sleek design. It's got the nice aluminium shine to it, kind of. The back is really, really clean. So what they've said is they've composited it of glass and metal. So it kind of improves the wireless capabilities of it because the glass is there, but it also keeps it nice and sturdy and looking very clean and nice. It's very light. It's very light. I think that would be the aluminium design, of course, but altogether it shapes up very nicely. And another thing is there's not a lot to it. There's just a button and a USB-C port. So there's no complications, there's no volumes, there's no other random buttons or touch screens or anything like that. It's just a screen and a button, which is, you know, less is more with these sorts of things. You don't want to complicate things too much. So what we're looking at right now is the Tropic 01. So this is the chip that's available within the Trezor Safe 7. And obviously this is fully auditable for any developer. They can try to break it, they can try to tinker with it, see if they can bust the code, crack the code. It's fully quantum ready and obviously fully auditable. I think that's the most important. It ensures that it's secure, it ensures that it's verified, that your assets stay as safe as they can be. So what's going on here?
So what you see is actually a Tropic 01 chip itself. It's actually these are the data, and this is magnified by 5 the chip itself.
Okay.
What you can see here is actually the I/O ring with digital core area, flash memory, and voltage regulators, the RNG, POOF, and so on. It's 2 to 3 millimeters square, which is actually one of almost 12,000 chips on the wafer.
Oh, wow.
One small piece of it is under the microscope.
So if you come and see this, that's what it looks like. That's how small we're talking here. And that chip is in charge of securing the whole device.
Not the whole device itself, because the security of Trezor is split into several devices. There's Optica, Tropical 1, and the MCU. And in case that one of the chip has any security breach, then the others are actually holding the security. It's not
Okay.
it just doesn't realize just on the single element, which is pretty unique, and that's why you don't have to trust any single device because it's a whole system which holds the security.
That's brilliant stuff. And how long did it take to build this?
So the company itself was founded 2020. First chip came out 2022,
Mhm.
and almost 5 years, I would say, from the idea itself to the final product.
Okay.
Because we announced the volume production quite recently,
Yeah.
just like 3 weeks back. But first customers they got chips and devices February
Yeah.
this year. But since then, there was many efforts to improve the SDK and firmware itself.
Yeah. So it must feel really good to finally have it ready and out for production and out for the Trezor Safe 7.
Yeah, it's a great milestone for us. But one would say that it's just the end of the story for the tropics because we fulfill the mission. But we see that the security is a bit bigger story for us. Now it's auditable and actually most secure and auditable secure element, but still we are not open source.
No.
So the mission is still to get a platform which is open source and where the others can have a really open source product.
Yeah.
Now a problem still present and it's a big elephant in the room. So with all knowledge we had, we tried to open the most important parts,
Yeah.
but still you cannot put it as a open source.
But it's a step in the right direction, right? For sure.
Yeah, definitely. You all the chip is not just ours because we still use third-party IPs like the memories or the infrastructure for the digital core itself.
Yeah.
And this is something where the partners are under NDA, so we just can't open that at all.
Yeah.
But you can audit. You can have access to the main part, which is the digital area.
Sure.
And, that's where the security itself is. So
Brilliant. Okay, well, thank you very much, Jan.
Danny, I am the CCO of Trezor, which means Chief Commercial Officer, which is about sales and marketing and business development.
Brilliant. Okay, so thank you so much for inviting us over. I mean, you guys have had a great event so far.
Thanks for coming.
It's been great to see the Trezor Safe 7 as well. Very cool piece of tech, very sleek piece of tech. Ah, there it is. So what's your favorite part of the wallet, would you say?
So there are a lot of things I love, but I think what I love most is that's the best hardware wallet on the market today. So it really all comes together. It has a beautifully elegant design, custom-made color touchscreen, unibody, aluminium body, and it has like super innovative and new tech. So it is the first hardware wallet with an open and transparent secure element from Tropic Square, our sister company. The first hardware wallet that has a quantum-ready architecture.
Yeah.
And outside that, it's just overall a great mobile experience. Connect to any device you want to do, either cable or mobile over Bluetooth. And our Bluetooth connection is also secure.
Yeah. I think it's a really key step in securing our assets a little bit better. So how long has this been kind of in the works for?
Quite a long time. I think 5 years ago we started with the ideation phase, and like the last 2-3 years it's really the hard work and making it happen. But it's been I joined Trezor 3 years ago, and it was already like a lot of discussions, but it was not in the stage like you see today. It was like a very different concept. We have a nice space there where you can see all the iterations of the work.
Yes.
So it's been like a journey.
Yeah. So what do you think are the next steps for kind of hardware wallets after today's event?
So I can't say a lot about our future product roadmap, but we're always looking to innovate. We're also looking into making hardware wallets more accessible, and also working on like improving things like with the backup and other solutions. So it's like in our DNA to innovate, and we are like trying to constantly push the boundaries of what we can do, and hopefully we can show you a lot more in the coming years.
Brilliant. It's very exciting to see what's going to happen with the wallet. So thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you as well.
Brilliant.
My name's Kishin Kato. I run a company called Japan Bitcoin Industry back in Japan, where I'm from. And I also regularly star in probably Japan's biggest Bitcoin-only YouTube channel.
Awesome. I mean, obviously you're from Japan and you have like a very Japanese Bitcoin audience,
Yeah.
right? So how does that kind of compare with like a Western audience, would you say, for like Bitcoin?
Yeah, so I was just in the main hall listening to why, the Czechs, like the people in Prague,
Yeah.
are so Bitcoiner as opposed to like most other places, right?
Sure.
And that was definitely really interesting to me because I feel like Japanese people tend not to get Bitcoin like
Yeah.
at all, and this stems from kind of like a trust in authority kind of position. I'm not really entirely sure where that comes from. Probably like education in elementary school,
Yeah.
middle school,
You
but
mean in Croatia?
in Japan.
Japan. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like Japanese people trust authority and distrust anything that's anti-authority, kind of like Bitcoin. So a lot of people are very skeptical about it, and I'd say the Bitcoin community per capita is probably a lot smaller than in most Western countries, actually.
Okay.
Although I'd say the ones that we do have are pretty hardcore. Yeah.
Okay. And is there like a heavy usage of hardware wallets out in Japan?
No, I talked to a hardware wallet guy a few years ago, and
Yeah.
he told me the stats, and sales in Japan are terrible. Like,
Really?
most people just keep their coins on exchanges because, well, one reason is that although Japanese exchanges have suffered losses on many occasions to like hackers, they've always paid their users back, except in the case of Mt. Gox. But but every single one of them managed to pay their users back, make their users whole, despite losing like crazy amounts of money.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. I mean, I guess maybe locally it's not as impactful, these losses and such, but do they not look at like the Western market and they see things like your FTX? Do they not get a little bit scared by that?
Yeah, so in the case of FTX,
Yeah.
like, our regulations had a Japanese FTX entity, and their funds were segregated from the other FTXs.
Okay.
So none of the Japanese FTX users lost any funds.
Okay.
And so that actually, it reinforces people's trust in like government and regulation and like centralized exchanges,
Okay.
in that, they'll be able to return the money, or like they're more resistant to, internal fraud. Like, so interestingly, like I think considering the frequency of hacks and losses that Japanese exchanges suffer, Japanese people don't seem very interested in self-custody at all.
Yeah. I feel like all of this is almost inevitable eventually for every kind of sector in the world, right? Like that inevitability will, eventually happen. There will be probably a collapse due to self-custody in Japan. So I think maybe that's what it will take for self-custody to get pushed in Japan.
I feel like people suffering real losses is what's needed for people, because apparently 2018, like there was a big hack in early 2018, and after that, for a short period of time, hardware wallet sales in Japan were pretty good actually, and then people forgot. So
Okay. So it'll be an expensive lesson when it happens, I reckon, right? Well, thank you so much for joining us for this little chat.
Of course.
Enjoy the rest of the event. Good to meet you.
Likewise.
Do you want to tell us a little bit more about yourself while I get demolished playing Street Fighter?
Well, I gotta tell you that I'm a much better Street Fighter player than you are, and I don't even need to look at the screen to kick your ass. But I'm Vlad. I have been doing the Bitcoin Takeover podcast for almost 7 years now. And I also do magazines, comic books. Recently, I published with my girlfriend Bitcoin Year 1, which is like a way of telling the story of the first year of Bitcoin in a fun way that's also kid-friendly.
Yeah. Okay.
And I just do stuff. I like learning about what's happening. It's exciting. It's not fair.
I won. Believe it or not. But that's pretty interesting stuff. So what brings you to the event?
I was invited. I've been friends with the two co-founders of Trezor for 6 or 7 years now, and they invited me here.
Yeah.
And it's really exciting because I know that they have been working on Tropic Square, which is this
Yes.
startup to create the first open source secure element. They have been working on it for 5 years or longer.
Yeah.
And it's really happy to see it come to fruition after all this time.
I think it's a pretty nice piece of technology, right? Like the chip itself. Like, I think it's really gonna push forward security in this space. I think
It does.
you know, making sure that our assets are as safe as they can be, kind of thing, right?
I mean, for the longest time, we ran under this model that we just trust the chip manufacturer.
Yes.
And Trezor, for a long time, refused to have any sort of secure element chip. Let me see if I can do Hadouken without looking.
Doubt.
My point is that now we finally have something that can be verified, maybe not by individuals because it's complicated, but
Yeah.
the developers can definitely look at it.
For sure.
Oh, you demolished me.
I'm natural at the game. You didn't expect this.
I should do Hadoukens.
But what do you think about the wallet overall? Do you think
I think this is the Ledger killer, right?
okay, nice.
Because for the longest time, Ledger have had this marketing campaign where they said, well, we have this unbeatable secure element chip,
That's right.
which is like a black box. There's
Yeah.
nothing open source about it. You don't know what it does, to be honest. You have to trust Ledger.
Yeah.
The biggest threat is in the event that they push some sort of software update
Yes.
that's gonna drain your wallet or something. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. So, in terms of Ledger, like, do you see Ledger using the chip potentially in the future?
No.
You don't see them using the chip.
I think that would just. I was this close. It's not fair. I think if they bought the chip from Tropic Square, they would basically legitimize the competition and give up on their position as market leader.
Yeah.
I think right now Ledger has more than 60% of the market, and Trezor is like 30 something percent, and the rest of them are sharing the 10%.
Yeah.
And
I think it's good overall for the whole space because it means, you know, more development's going to happen across the chip space altogether, and everything gets more secure as
Yeah.
a result of it, right?
for example, there is the Bitbox 02 and
Yeah.
also the Cold Card.
Yep. That's
And
right.
the foundation device's passport, all of them use the same chip, which is the ATEX 608A or B.
Yeah.
And Trezor wanted to use that way before them,
Yeah.
but they discovered some sort of vulnerability which they could not fix or disclose because they signed an NDA.
That's right.
And they were aware that it's not secure, it's not good enough, but they could not talk about it because they signed a legal document that was binding.
Yeah. Finally lost.
Yeah.
But
Honda is better than Blanca and possibly just as good as Toyota if there was one.
there we go. So looking at Bitcoin today, do you think we're in a better position today than we were before? And then how do you feel about the future of Bitcoin?
This is tremendously great for self-custody, but at the same time, we did not scale Bitcoin to the point where everyone can self-custody their coins and have their own UTXO.
Yeah.
And we still need to do work on that because we're gonna have better hardware, better user interfaces, better user experience overall. It's gonna be easier for people to I need to destroy this beautiful Lexus LC500, which by the way costs a lot of money.
Yeah, well,
But my point is that we should also work towards making the software better at the Bitcoin protocol level
yeah.
to have better side chains, layer 2s, whatever, even scale the base layer, enable everyone around the world to withdraw from exchanges because that's why we have hardware wallets.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of guys who are very hardcore about Bitcoin
Right.
on Twitter, but in real life they just keep their coins on Kraken or Coinbase because they have a good record and they're like, yeah, they're not gonna get hacked. I'm not gonna lose my coins. But that's the wrong mindset.
Yeah. Yeah. We wanna have the don't trust verify mindset, I guess, right across the space, and you know, developing hardware wallets and making sure they're as refined as they can be is probably the best step forward, right?
Also, you can see this as an existential threat to the project because if too many users buy their coins from KYC exchanges and hold their coins there, nation states can just come and confiscate. And
Yeah.
that can play a major maybe not technically, it will not destroy Bitcoin, but psychologically, people will be demoralized and not trust Bitcoin anymore as much as they did.
Yeah, for sure.
Trezor, even though they started as a Bitcoin-only company, and at the time there wasn't much else happening when they launched in 2014,
Yeah.
they support a bunch of coins which I can argue are scaling Bitcoin indirectly.
Yeah.
Like they're allowing users to hold their own UTXOs and do stuff that's not possible on Bitcoin maybe.
Yeah, for sure.
The cost of that is that we have basically monetary inflation. Instead of having 21 million coins, we have like a billion something else.
Yeah.
Which is cool if we are cypherpunks and we care about self-custody and empowering the individual. But if you're an Austrian economist, you're gonna have nightmares
Yeah.
thinking about the fact that anyone can create their own coin and make it useful on a small market, and then we're gonna run into this balkanization of currencies. Withdraw your coins from exchanges. Don't listen to the Bitcoin Takeover podcast. If you're not smart enough, it's probably not for you. So I'm sorry.
I think this is the message of today. Self-custody.
Yeah. And check out Bitcoin Year One. It's a comic book. It's really nice.
Lovely. Thank you very much. That wraps it up for today. Thanks for joining us. If you want to check out the Trezor Safe 7, you can check out the link in the description below. Make sure you subscribe to Crypto Tips and make sure you subscribe to our free newsletter at learningcrypto.com. Thank you, Trezor, for the invite, and we'll see you again soon.